In the heart of Hokkaido, amidst the rows of aging buildings and quiet streets, stands an ordinary-looking structure. At least, that's what it seems at first glance. Until the sun goes down on Wednesdays, the building, 3 stories tall by all accounts, becomes something else entirely after dark. If you ever pass by this building on a Wednesday night, be cautious. Many have said it is better to avoid the area entirely. For decades, strange and disturbing rumors have circulated about this place, rumors that are whispered in hushed tones, passed down from one wary resident to the next. Some say it's cursed, while others believe it's something far worse. The most unsettling part is that, to this day, no one really knows what happens there, nor can anyone explain the disappearances that have occurred over the years. It begins like this. Every Wednesday, once the sun has disappeared beyond the horizon, the building changes. No one sees it happen directly, it's subtle. By the time night fully settles, a 4th floor is said to appear, though no such floor exists during the day. The staircase leading to this mysterious floor seems to materialize out of thin air. One moment there's nothing, just the end of the 3rd floor. The next, a staircase spirals upward into the shadows. This staircase, locals say, is not of this world. It is the gateway to a place that no one who enters has ever returned from. People have been lured into climbing those stairs, that much is certain. But what happens once they ascend has never been fully understood. They vanish without a trace. Search parties find nothing, no bodies, no evidence. It's as if they are erased from existence itself. And here's where the story gets even stranger. Witnesses, those who have had the misfortune of passing by the building on a Wednesday night, report hearing voices as they walk by. But these aren't just any voices, they are personal, intimate. People have heard the laughter of a long-lost friend, the gentle call of a deceased parent, or the soft whisper of a lover they never thought they'd hear again. Each time, the voices seem to be calling from the upper floors of the building. From the 4th floor, the temptation, some say, is unbearable. To hear the voice of someone you thought you'd lost forever, to hear them beckoning you from the shadows, it's enough to drive even the most rational person into madness. And that's how it starts once someone steps into the building. Drawn by the voices, there is no coming back. Some accounts claim that the moment they cross the threshold, they are no longer truly part of this world. The doors to the building may remain open, the windows may still be visible, but the person themselves is lost, beyond reach, beyond rescue. It's been happening for years. Locals have long learned to avoid the place, especially on Wednesdays. The building stands empty during the day, but every so often you'll hear of another disappearance. A traveler unfamiliar with the legend might find themselves drawn in, or perhaps a skeptic who doesn't believe the warnings, but the result is always the same. There have been many attempts to investigate the building. Police, journalists, paranormal investigators, all have tried to uncover its secrets. Some go in during the day, finding nothing unusual apart from its dilapidated condition. But those who dare enter at night, especially on Wednesdays, have not been so lucky. Reports have surfaced of surveillance cameras placed around the building. The footage, however, only adds to the mystery. On Wednesdays, the recordings show peculiar glitches. People walking into the building, never to walk out again with no signs of struggle. There is a brief moment of static before the figure disappears, as if the building itself devours them. Strangely enough, the footage never captures the staircase, only the moments leading up to it. What makes the building even more unsettling is that there are no official records of it being constructed. Some say it's been there for centuries, long before the city of Hokkaido ever grew around it. Others claim the structure itself might not even exist in the physical sense, that it's some kind of spatial anomaly, a place where the lines between reality and something else are blurred. The list of the missing continues to grow. Some are local residents, others were curious tourists, but all of them shared the same fate. They vanished without explanation, leaving behind families and friends who were left with nothing but unanswered questions and the growing sense that the legend might hold more truth than anyone dare to believe. Those who have survived encounters with the building say it's not just the voices that haunt them, but a feeling, a deep, bone-chilling sensation that something ancient and hungry resides within those walls. They speak of shadows that move without light, of figures glimpsed in the corners of their vision that disappear when they turn to look. But above all, they speak of the overwhelming urge to climb the staircase, to see what lies beyond the third floor, even knowing that it leads to oblivion. But no one who has ever climbed the staircase has come back to tell their tale. The stories have spread far and wide, but not everyone believes them. After all, there's little solid evidence, just fragments of tales passed between generations, stories that sound like the work of overactive imaginations, yet the building still stands. It's said that if you approached the building on a Wednesday night, you might hear something that feels intimately familiar. But be warned, the voices are not what they seem. They are the bait. And once you set foot on that staircase, you will be lost, just like the others. No one knows what happens on the fourth floor, and perhaps it's better that way. There are places in this world not meant to be understood, places that do not abide by the rules of our reality. The building in Hokkaido is one of them. And the most dangerous part is that it looks like any other building, just another structure in a quiet city. But if you pass by on the wrong night, you may hear the call. And if you answer it, you'll never be heard from again. So if you ever find yourself walking the streets of Hokkaido after dark, and you hear a voice familiar, comforting, perhaps even loving, urging you toward that building, don't follow it, don't go near, and above all, don't climb the stairs, because once you do, there is no coming back. Thank you for tuning in. Please leave a like and subscribe. I will see you again next week.